I'm gonna show you how I build ultimate cleaning teams in every single city that I expand to, how my costs are a lot lower than my competition's, and how I ensure top quality turnovers after every single checkout. We're gonna go back to the first city I ever started in, Philadelphia. By the time my wife and I got to our 4th unit, we decided we needed to build a cleaning team to make sure the entire business was running without us. We did not want to be cleaners anymore, and we wanted to pass that role on to somebody else. Now, most cleaning contractors at this time were charging anywhere from $80 to $120 for a studio or 1-bedroom apartment per turnover. What I wanted to do is hire a person full-time that works for me hourly. That way my costs are much lower. The problem is 4 apartments are not enough to hire someone full-time. To give someone full-time hours of work, 30 to 40 hours a week, you need to have at least 3 to 4 cleans for them every single day. So that was another sense of urgency my wife and I had to make sure we keep growing the business as fast as we possibly could. Now, minimum wage at this time in Philadelphia was around $7 per hour. I did not want to pay an arm and a leg, so I was looking for someone who would be willing to work for anywhere from $12 to $14 an hour. When I posted that job posting on Indeed, I got literally 0 responses. So what I decided to do instead was post this job posting on Mexican Facebook groups. I joined as many local Mexican and Hispanic Facebook groups as I possibly could. I then took the entire job posting, converted it to Spanish, and posted it on there. The main requirement that I required on that job posting was that you must speak English. I had a huge influx of people messaging me applying for this job. My first ever hire, and she's still with me today, was a girl named Michelle. I hired her to be my full-time cleaner at $12 an hour. She spoke Spanish fluently and English fluently. If you join me on this journey, I will make you the lead supervisor and make you in charge of the entire local on-the-ground team. I met up with her the first 3 cleans on 3 different days, made sure she did everything the exact way that I wanted, created a structure and an outline of what needed to get done to ensure top quality turnovers. And after that, since that day, nothing but 5-star glowing reviews every single time this person cleans any of my apartments. As the business kept expanding and as the business kept growing, I told her we need to hire more people. So she then went into her social circle, into her network of other Hispanic cleaners, hired them on for $12 an hour. Now that I made her a supervisor, now she's getting paid $14 an hour. I myself am paying for all the cleaning supplies. Now I'm going to break down the exact economics on the actual total hard cost per turnover. To clean a 1-bedroom or a studio apartment, it takes anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on spoilage. So just in labor alone, my actual labor cost is anywhere from $12 to $20. Supplies by themselves per clean can range anywhere from $3 to $6 per turnover. And one of the biggest issues that I ever had was laundry turnover. It would take almost 2.5 hours just for the washer and dryer to cycle, except they would be done within 45 minutes most of the time. And majority of the time, they would not want to come all the way back, going from one end of the city to the other, just to take linens out of the washer and dryer. So the solution that I came up with was hiring a third-party laundry service that would pick up all the dirty linens after every single turnover. The cleaners would put all the dirty linens in a blue laundry bag. They would place them outside the apartments. At the end of every single day, the laundry company would come, pick up all the linens, take them back to their laundry shop, wash them, clean them, fold them, then drop them back off the very next morning, fresh. The cleaners would then walk in with brand new linens and repeat the cycle. So now the actual labor cost of a cleaner is only going to be 45 minutes to an hour and a half with no waiting around and wasting time and money for laundry itself. My cost for laundry is about $1 to $1.25 per pound. So on average, on each turnover, I would pay anywhere from $5 to $10 for laundry. Now, after all my costs, labor, supplies, laundry, my total hard cost for turning over a 1-bedroom apartment ended up being anywhere from $30 to $40, whereas my competition has to pay anywhere from $80 to $120. And at the end of the day, my costs only continue to decrease because with economies of scale, you can negotiate better rates for laundry, you can buy supplies in bulk, you have more flexibility with people that work for you directly rather than working with contractors. My entire team in Texas, they're all Hispanic workers as well, all getting paid anywhere from $12 to $14 an hour, cleaning every single day, army of 5 to 10 people at every single apartment, making sure everything is done properly, with a team lead supervisor in every single city to make sure the day-to-day operations are running smoothly. And I tell this to every single team lead supervisor: nobody to talk to me, they'll talk to you first, and then you have to handle it. The only time I want to hear about something that's happening with the day-to-day operations is if somebody's quitting, somebody's hurt, or a really extenuating circumstance. Besides that, it's your job to take care of all the mundane tasks and all the HR. If someone's calling sick, someone's calling out, somebody doesn't want to show up, that's your job to take care of. That's not something that I want to do, and that's worth my time. On average, every single day, I have anywhere from 50 turnovers to sometimes 150 turnovers on Sundays. So imagine what goes on from the time of 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. when I have 150 turnovers happening in 5 different cities. My phone does not ring once. My phone does not go off. The entire process should be streamlined to where no one is calling me for anything, and they know exactly what needs to get done if a situation does arise. As time goes on and as rents do increase, your operating margin for rental arbitrage is going to decrease. So what you have to do is, if you're losing margin on your rent, you have to increase margin somewhere else. Cleaning costs is a variable cost that you can actually decrease over time as long as you're hiring workers hourly. There's nothing wrong with hiring a cleaning staff full-time as a contractor, but over time, as you scale, you have to figure out how you can hire hourly. What's going to end up happening is the minute you have 20, 30 apartments with that one company, they're then going to ask for a raise or an increase in the price. All of a sudden, it's going to go from $80 for a 1-bedroom apartment to $100 per 1-bedroom apartment. In that situation, you don't really have any leverage because they know if they decide not to work, you are completely screwed the very next day. Who's going to clean 30 apartments? So you have to have leverage in every single contract, every single negotiation, every single deal that you sign into. So you have to make sure every single person you work with that's around you is expendable. Because if one day they decide to raise the price by a crazy amount, you can let them go knowing you have a brand new person waiting to take their place. So if you are going to expand to 30, 40 apartments in one city, do not give all that business to one company. Split it up between 3. That way, if one has a problem, you can give the entire other building to the other company that's working for you. The last thing you want is to be held hostage by your cleaning staff. My go-to strategy in majority of the cities where there's a large Hispanic population is infiltrating as many Hispanic and Mexican Facebook groups as I possibly can, posting on my job postings. But in cities like Detroit, where there's not a huge Hispanic population, the only options I have is to go on websites like TaskRabbit, Thumbtack, and find cleaning staff and cleaners that way. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Follow me on my Instagram and my TikTok, where I'm posting the day-to-day behind-the-scenes life of a 7-figure Airbnb operator. And hit the subscribe button below to stay tuned for what's coming next.